Søren Kierkegaard, born in Copenhagen in 1813, is often remembered as the father of existentialism, a philosopher and theologian whose profound insights into human existence have influenced generations. Kierkegaard's examination of the human psyche revealed a nuanced and multifaceted perspective on the emotion of anxiety. Rather than dismissing it as mere discomfort or a hurdle to happiness, Kierkegaard invites us to rethink anxiety's role in our lives. He talked about angst, which is a deep kind of worry that hits us when we realize how many options we have in life, and that we're the ones who have to choose. According to Kierkegaard, this angst wasn't something to shy away from. He proposed that if we grasp anxiety's true nature and learn to channel it effectively, it can become a powerful force for propelling us toward our ultimate potential. So with that in mind, in this video, we'll explore how Soren Kierkegaard guides us to harness the power of anxiety. Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom. Søren Kierkegaard believed that anxiety is something we feel because we have the freedom to make our own choices. He believed that when we realize we can decide what to do in life, it can make us feel nervous or worried. Imagine you're in a library filled with an endless number of books. Each book is a different life you could live, a different choice you could make. That's the kind of freedom we have. It's thrilling, but also a bit overwhelming. Kierkegaard believed that within this dizziness lies the essence of our anxiety. It is the feeling we get when we fully comprehend the weight of our freedom to carve out our future with the choices we make. With this freedom comes a significant responsibility. Each decision carries consequences, and the knowledge that we are the architects of our own lives can be as daunting as it is empowering. If we opt to step back from making choices, we let go of the control we have over our life's direction. Yet, when we act and make a decision, we exercise our freedom and simultaneously acknowledge the responsibility that accompanies our actions. Whoever has learned to be anxious in the right way has learned the ultimate. At the heart of our freedom lies a profound paradox. On one side, having so many choices can feel like a heavy burden. The weight of responsibility can loom large, a reminder of the repercussions each potential path holds. And often, it is this very weight that can paradoxically bring us comfort when decisions are made for us. On the other hand, there is the act of embracing our decision-making power. Kierkegaard acknowledged the anxiety that accompanies this freedom. However, he believed that it is only through making decisions that we truly engage with life, and it is through these choices that we affirm our existence and embrace the full experience of being alive. To acknowledge this form of anxiety is to recognize a fundamental truth about human nature. We are free beings, and this recognition is not the end, but the beginning, a starting point towards something greater. It is the first step toward using our innate freedom, not just to exist, but to thrive. It is in this understanding that we can start to harness the true potential of our anxiety. When we feel that dizzying sensation of freedom, it's a signal to pause and consider what we're about to do. It's a moment ripe for reflection, asking ourselves whether the choices we're making align with our deepest values and goals. At this moment, as we ready ourselves to face the vast unknown, there's one crucial element that Søren Kierkegaard emphasized as essential, and that's the unwavering faith in ourselves. Faith is the highest passion in a human being. Many in every generation may not come that far, but none comes further. Kierkegaard isn't talking about faith in a purely religious sense, but rather as a concept that encompasses trust, conviction, and the courage to confront the unknown. He introduced the metaphor of the leap of faith, which is about more than just belief. It's about action. It's like standing before a thick fog, the path ahead obscured with only the solid ground of your past experiences to rely on. To embrace a leap of faith is to step forward, not moved by certainty, but by confidence in oneself. This doesn't mean jumping blindly or recklessly, but rather trusting in what can't be seen and in our own capacity to endure and adapt. It means deciding to venture into a new experience without guarantees, yet with the belief that somewhere within the mist lies an opportunity for growth and discovery. But before we even think about making that leap, Kierkegaard invites us to look at how we're living day to day. Are we living authentically? Authentic living is about embracing who we truly are, understanding our own values and beliefs, and making choices that resonate deeply with our true selves. It's a way of being that acknowledges our personal desires and dreams, even when they don't align with the expectations set by others or society at large. In these moments, anxiety often arises when we're on the cusp of the unknown. The unknown can be anything: a new job, a move to a different city, or any significant change that forces us out of our comfort zone. It's the kind of situation where there are no guarantees and the outcome is uncertain. Here's where Kierkegaard sees the value in our anxiety, viewing it not as a barrier, but as a vital part of the journey towards an authentic life. And as we learn to coexist with anxiety, we often discover aspects of ourselves we never knew existed. We might unearth a well of courage when faced with life's uncertainties, or a hidden reservoir of patience as we navigate through ambiguity. This process of self-discovery can be both humbling and empowering. We come to understand our strengths and limitations more deeply, which in turn equips us to make more authentic choices in the future. Kierkegaard understood that it's through embracing the unknown and the anxiety that comes with it that we grow, and that personal growth isn't a straight path, but a winding journey filled with obstacles and challenges. And anxiety isn't just a challenge, it's a signpost, signaling that we're stretching our limits and venturing beyond what we once thought possible. As Kierkegaard once wrote, "To dare is to lose one's footing momentarily. Not to dare is to lose oneself." In this quote, Kierkegaard encourages us to take a closer look at the link between taking risks and our personal identity. He suggests that taking a risk may momentarily throw us off balance. It's like the first uncertain step into unfamiliar territory. Our heartbeat quickens, and there's a brief feeling of instability. We may not be certain of our next step, but there's an exhilarating sense of adventure. In contrast, if we shy away from taking chances and choose not to dare, we risk a much more significant and enduring type of loss. It's the loss of our potential, of the person we could become, if only we stepped out of our comfort zone. According to Kierkegaard, not daring doesn't just mean standing still. It means losing a part of ourselves that only the act of daring can reveal. This loss of potential is intricately linked to the anxiety we often feel when faced with the unknown. Rather than viewing anxiety as an enemy, Kierkegaard believed it could become an ally in our self-discovery and decision-making processes. Think about the important times when you're facing a big decision. Do you go the safe, familiar route you've always taken, or venture down a new path that's full of potential, but also uncertainty? It's precisely in these times that anxiety can serve as a catalyst, honing our awareness and guiding us to deliberate more carefully about our next step. Instead of allowing anxiety to paralyze us, we can channel it to propel us into decisive action, potentially leading to richer experiences and deeper self-knowledge. It's crucial to introspect, to grasp the origins of our emotions, and to let our discoveries inform our actions. Kierkegaard expressed this when he remarked, "Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards." By reflecting on our past, we gain insight into our previous actions and choices, which sets the foundation for making better decisions as we advance in life. In this way, anxiety can become a motivator, spurring us on to chase our passions with more intensity. It is this mix of eagerness and worry that fuels our drive, propelling us forward, like a powerful current that carries us toward our destination. Kierkegaard understood that the road to fulfillment is often paved with moments of uncertainty, which when approached with courage, can lead to self-expansion and profound accomplishment. When we are self-aware and mindful, anxiety becomes an indicator of imminent growth and a companion on the path to reaching our full potential. And each time we feel anxious, that reminds us that we are in constant motion, forever pursuing the embodiment of our greatest selves.